A Ukrainian fighter jet flies over the farmland of northern Donetsk region. The front line has been pushed back to some 50 kilometers away. But last summer, it came within 10 kilometers, and shells rained down on this area.
All our fields, look. 1, 2, 3. They're all covered in missiles and rockets that flew in. We don't even know what kind. Look. I found that piece of shrapnel without even going into the field. That one exploded, but unexploded bits could be anywhere. From the cluster bombs. Over there, on the right-hand side, we found a rocket case full of anti-personnel mines.
On the farm where Viktor Hubernetz works, there was no harvest last autumn. The company's only activity these days is helping other farmers clean what little grain they manage to bring in, and that will soon be finished.
Everything's at a standstill. Agriculture is collapsing, revenues are collapsing, people are just getting poorer and poorer. There's no development whatsoever.
Still, most of this large farm's property and equipment is intact. They may skip a year and still survive. In Kherson region, ravaged after Russian occupation, that's less often the case.
We'll be driving past ruin after ruin. There's not one house left unscathed in this village. Some are completely destroyed.
Volodymyr Zayets is taking us to see his fields.
Looks like the guys have noticed something. Well, let's take a look. The tractor's been round now, so it's safe. Sergey, how did you spot it?
He initially plans to just mark the spot, but then changes his mind.
Considering that the detonator is missing, we'll pick it up carefully.
The unexploded shell weighs 40 kilograms.
And we'll take it out of the field. I should have been driving that tractor. Do be careful.
This field has been checked, but not properly cleared. Volodymyr puts white ribbons where there is unexploded ordnance that can't be moved. The tractors drive around them.
If we don't till at least those fields where we think there are fewer dangerous objects, then the whole of 2023 will be a complete write-off.
In Vysokopilya, the nearest town, the mayor is distressed to learn that Volodymyr, a friend, has joined those taking their chances in the fields.
Look, he's a perfectly sensible person, but his circumstances force him to do this. I only found out today, and I'm very unhappy about it. You see, he rents the land he farms, and the owners are asking, when are you going to pay?
It's like we're living in two different worlds. Right, I'll be off.
Oh, God.
She is close to despair.
People going out into the fields on their own are getting blown up. People are dying. This is serious. Ads have appeared on the internet for demining companies who'll do it for money. But there is no money. People lost their equipment, their seeds, the crops they had stocked up. Anything they might have sold to bring some money in was destroyed.
In this small district alone, there have been 3 incidents involving farm workers and landmines just in the past month, 2 of them fatal. The 2 tractor operators in this photo, however, survived, albeit with serious injuries.
The flesh on my arm was ripped off down to the bone. Here too. As for the leg, this bone is broken, so it can't bear any weight. It was painful, but I stood it somehow, and the operation was a success. They say I will recover.
As soon as he does, he says, he wants to get back to work.
I'm my mother's only child. Our house was destroyed, so I'll have to keep taking risks in order to save up and rebuild the house or buy a new one.
Mykola says his boss has promised his job will be waiting for him. And on the farm where that tractor now stands, Ihor Zhuk wants to press ahead with the spring planting season. And he's appealing for aid to rebuild his barn.
We used to store our produce here. This all got destroyed just after our guys liberated the area.
Ihor reckons around 40% of his land can be planted this spring. He's hoping to improve on that, checking the fields himself as best he can.
Some shrapnel there.
He wants to show us something he found earlier.
Those are armed anti-tank mines. Drive over one of them and it's game over. And look, they're laid out all across the field.
On another field, Ihor is setting fire to last year's unharvested crop. He says it's to help reveal any more dangerous objects, but also to fertilize the soil.